Hey, a good hearty morning, Saturday morning to you guys. The Inspector back with you once again. Um, Before we start, okay, just want to say a shout out to A&E Peter Sharkalis and his family and his workers. Glad to know that the fire didn't totally disrupt. You guys looks like you're well back on your feet after what had happened. He's put out a couple of videos on that, or at least one. But the meetup is still on, which is excellent. Boy, this guy he plows through whatever comes his way. So kudos to Peter and family and workers. Great job. Stay strong. Okay. And look forward to seeing you guys on June 7th. If you can make it, please do. I will be there. I'd love to see you guys. Some of you for the first time, others for the second or third or whatever. Mike Chanella, all these guys. Okay, great. So let's get on with the shave. What are we gonna do? Well, the cartoon theme comes into play here. Just get right to it. Cereal. I'm thinking Fruit Loops. Okay. We've all had them, or most of us. I grew up with them being a little kid in the late 1960s and early 70s. And so there's different variations. Saturday morning is Katie's Bubbles version. Okay. And what do I mean? Do I have that here? Saturday morning. It's something. I'll show you. Wait. If I can find it. Can I? Oh. I guess not, but it has Fruit Loops on. It's real cool. Anyhow, another version is Noble Otter, Toons and Spoons. It's the same thing. Smelling it, yeah. I think it's a little more scent forward than Katie's Bubbles when I smell them back to back, but just dead ringer. Okay, Toons and Spoons. Yeah, and after I come out of the shower, we will have the aftershave with that. And yeah, so got that going on. I have the soap. This is what you need, guys. Basically, it's maybe a half a teaspoon of soap, plenty to do the face. If you're doing your head, it should fit the bill too. Going with the Unbreakable Razor Company Unbreakable Lather Ball with the ridges, excellent. If you want to travel with it, perfect. Keeping with the colorful theme right there. Seem to be using this color a lot, which is great. Okay, Marshall made brush, 28 millimeter American Swirl, made special for me. Thank you, Alex, and an active duty member of the Armed Forces gets a brush every time you buy one. So to me, that was sort of a no-brainer in my view. So keep that in mind. Oh, Pure Bliss brush from the Razor Company. Also Toons and Spoons soap and aftershave, both from TRC. And let's see, yeah, we're going to use the Thayers and all that stuff. The Razor, okay. Italian Barber, Razorock. The Goat. This is not just the Goat, this is the Plus version. A little bit more efficient, supposedly, than the regular Goat. Now, guys, I'm not. I try not to be a fanboy. If you guys know, I'll tell people when I like what I like. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. Razorock quality, absolutely. It's there, big time. Okay, it's absolutely flawless. He said, I contacted Joe and he said this was a little bit tricky to machine. I already bought If you buy everything together, it's $89, I think. I had already bought last year like 3 or 4 of these hollow HD handles. I like them. It's stainless, and so is the head, I believe. Yes, and the only downside now, I just had to buy the head. Okay, the top cap base plate was $79. For me, I had to get over the little sticker shock. I think it shouldn't be that expensive. Okay, I'm sure Joe has his reasons for it, and I appreciated his business, but for me, from a guy, who, I know you guys have limited funds, there's plenty of his heads that are a lot cheaper. Max, I would go on this if it were me. Yeah, I could even see $64.95 for the head, and with the handle, $75. Okay, just me. All right, so I'm not here to sugarcoat everything. Speaking of Toons and Spoons, but I'm here to tell you what I like and what I don't like. Not don't like. I think could be improved. Okay, so that's my thought on it. I have no doubt it's a quality product. I'm in for tons with Italian Barber, along with everyone else involved in the wet shaving industry, it seems like. As far as the head goes, I don't know how it's going to be. It's we'll see how it is. There's what it looks like from the side, if you can see that. All right. I didn't get the original goat version, the original one. I think it would have been too much of a duplication on the millions of DE heads that I have. So this stands out a little bit. So that's what I decided. All right, let's get on with the shave, guys. Been too long me yakking it up here. We'll wet the face. We'll put some heat on the brush, get it just damp, and we'll make our lather, do the shave, and move on. All right. And I'm over a couple of days overdue on this shave because I got 3 to 4 days growth on my face. Longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to do a video, so unless I do it early in the morning before I go to work, it's difficult after work to do it for me most times. So, all right, I'm gonna gently squeeze out the brush, shake it, so all we have is a damp brush. We'll work our way into a paste, get most of it on the bowl, just off the bottom of the bowl. And so we'll swirl. This is a nice big brush, very soft, semi-soft soap. All right, so here's what we got. But we got the beginnings of it. So obviously we're gonna need to add water to this. How much, we'll see in the end, but all right, let's start with that. I think that's enough. You don't want to oversaturate it to begin with. You just want to add it little by little, because if you oversaturate it, now you have to add more product, and just saying, not that you have any shortage of product. Certainly I don't, but you don't really want to be wasteful. All right, what's left in here maybe is enough for another head shave or so. So I got it coming off the sides, and you can see how it's come together. I'm gonna just add a little bit more, see what happens. A little bit more water, create a little bit more lather here. All right, now we can see just that little bit of couple of drops has really helped. Now you can see, all right, there's more, a lot more. All right, more off the bottom of the bowl. Wet the face quickly again. Go in with the lather here. First, I'm gonna paint it on. Get everything covered. once I do, now I'll start working it in, splaying the brush, lifting those hairs, getting my skin prepped, and also my beard. A lot of you guys don't understand or think about, I should say, conditioning your skin. The lather helps with that. Softens it, preps it, hydrates, along with your beard. So, am I exfoliating? No, I don't believe that I am. If I'm using a boar brush, maybe a little bit, but this is so soft. But you know what? It's maybe gently exfoliating, just a tiny bit, but that's not what I get out of it myself. Going in heavy here to prep, since that's the toughest part of my beard. All right, great coverage. The scent's coming out. It's wonderful. All right. Oh yeah, before I forget, a couple of things. New blade, AccuForge. All right, made in Verona, Virginia. It says on the back. Razor Emporium. I got 30 of them. You can get 10, whatever it is, all the way up the scale. This is like a Persona Lab Blue, just different branding. Also, if you guys love this scent like I do, the Lather, you look it up online, Fruity Hoops body wash, excellent. Okay, just as a side note, no, make nothing off of it. All right, we'll heat up the blade and get shaving and see how we do with this. All right, and great knurling on this handle. All right, let's start. Finally, quit talking, Inspector. Get with it. All right, so yeah, it feels very nice, ultra smooth. I didn't have the original goat, but first version, but the plus, yeah, it's definitely a little step up from your 34C type of experience. This is, in sharpness, this is what I call a middle of the road blade. So it's a good measuring point. I think this feels like it's plenty sharp and plenty smooth. Yeah, if you want to put a feather in, fine. I would be, just a little more aggressiveness with the feather blade in it. And this is just really nice, really nice. Now, to be fair, guys, there's some stainless steel razors that are above 100, well over. So, to be fair to Joe, yes. Can you pay more for this quality? Absolutely. But for Joe, it's an Italian barber. It's on the pricey side for what it is. So, I'm giving you both sides of the coin here. But as far as what I've seen and what I'm feeling on my face, yeah, and I have had expensive stainless steel razors. Every bit is good. What comes to mind for me is above the tie type quality here. I know, guys, that's saying a lot for those of you who have been in a hobby and have tried their above the tie in the past. So, yeah, I've been involved. This is my 11th year in the hobby. April 2014. And over 5 years to this month doing videos, and God knows, over 180 razors later. Yeah, $150, 150 on soaps and creams and everything. Ridiculous. So at this point, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to be braggadocious in any sort of way, but I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest with you. Hopefully you guys understand and appreciate where I'm coming from here. So those of you who are CDB fans like I am, a great friend for 10 years now, 11, almost 11. July it'll be 11. I've known Chris that long, and he's doing well. We talk about wet shaving among many other things. I put a challenge out to Chris that I know he's been busy and stuff over the last couple of years. It's been, 3 or 4 years since I've seen him, at least, yeah. Since I think before COVID. So yeah, I want to try to see if I can meet up with him sometime next year. I think he's sort of planning to retire next year, so hopefully I'll have more free time for me, whatever, and we can catch up, and that's my hope. So fingers crossed. Great first pass. You could see I could stop right here if I wanted to, but of course not. We're gonna go in for a second pass. And the great thing about big brushes like this, big soft brushes, is that it holds a tremendous amount of lather. Yeah, I don't have to go back to the bowl if I don't want to, because I've got so much in the brush. So, and with a great quality soap like this, you don't need a tremendous amount of product to get the job done. What I showed you in the bowl is plenty, guys. Especially with top quality soaps. All right. But I'm really gotta tell you, yeah, you get spoiled. But I always appreciate what goes into it, and I'm thankful that I could bring this to you, and I could afford what I'm doing here. So we'll go against the grain second pass. I appreciate you guys, your feedback in my videos. I encourage it. You're always going to get some sort of response from me, whether it's just a thumbs up or whatever, but I read every single one of them. There's not a tremendous amount, and that keeps it manageable for me, so that's great. I just went over 800 subscribers. Thank you, guys, for that after 5 years. Pretty slow, but that's okay. That's not my concern here. I'd rather serve I'm not for the masses or whatever, but you're not gonna, you guys say, how if I helped you along the journey here in any sort of way, whether it was product or advice or whatever, I really appreciate it. And you guys wind up winning big time, big time. That's what it's about for me. It's a rare occasion where I'll get product that's just sent to me, but if I do, I'm going to tell you the whole story behind it, that it was done 99% of what I have has been bought with my own money, or it's because I've earned it in some sort of way. But a lot of some stuff I get with gift cards that I've done videos for, and that's great. And it all comes back in another video so you guys see it. TRC Razor Company is great on that. Thank you guys. I will try to do film another TRC video maybe tomorrow. I enjoy doing it, and it's a great thing and a great service to you guys. You know, anytime, you know, you could get new product, and the Razor Company, they have so much product, and it just keeps expanding like crazy. I want to see if I can get to their meetup next year. You know, the guys, this stuff isn't cheap. I'm from New Jersey. I have to go to Michigan. Travel expenses and everything else. You know, you're looking at $1,000 for me. For most people. I can't write this off at this point, so. But if I do, which I'm looking forward to doing, it's a goal. If you guys are interested, you know, try to double up on travel or whatever to make things easier. The Maggards has their meetup the same weekend, so I think they do that to, you know, have a synergistic effect. So you just got to make one trip, not two, which makes sense. And yeah, so I like to pack some info when I do my shaves. So you're getting a 2-for-1. And this is what I feel on this razor. Very smooth, extremely efficient. You know, I'm going over my face and I'm like, yeah, I don't have to keep going back as much as I do with, but is it totally no, it's a medium aggressive in the true sense of the word. Now for a beginner, this may be a little bit much because you're not used to the tiny bit of blade feel that's there. In this case, you might just go with the original goat, not the plus version, okay? To be fair, you know, what's it called? It's called the right tools for the right job for where you're at in this hobby right now, okay? So I'm gonna do a light sweep underneath my chin because the hair does grow in a couple of different directions, and I'm just laying the razor straight, flat and light. I'm doing this to stretch, to lift my whiskers, but I'm not overdoing it, and I'm not pressing. When you press, you're gonna cut yourself. And if you don't, you're gonna get weepers, and if you don't do that, your chances of getting razor bumps or ingrown hairs is gonna escalate. Because what you're doing, and you're gonna press, and you wind up cutting the hair underneath your skin too deeply, and when it grows back, it curls under your skin, you get irritated, and that's how you get that sort of thing. You get irritated, you get ingrown hairs, razor bumps, etc. All right, so lightly on here, and this AccuForge blade, excellent. I highly recommend it. No joke. Also, check out Matt's Rex Platinum blades. If you do it at the same time, you know, try both. Superior blades. Superior. If you like perma-sharp blades, all right, like I do, I think you'll like either the AccuForge or the Rex Platinum blades, absolutely. They are specially made for him. They're not rebranded Rex, you know, the Rex blades are not rebranded from somewhere else. And in order to do that, you have to buy a ton, guys. It's a huge order. And he does like a pallet or something. Now, I'm going to go right in the corner. No pressure. And it just, I hear it being cut. And it just supremely, no blade shatter due to tight tolerances on this head. And it's just like, bam, it's like a straight edge, no give, no chatter, doesn't move. So, yeah. The only downside, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than your regular Razorock offerings of this type, but in the end, is it worth it? I'm giving you my honest opinion. I have to say absolutely. So, you know how I'm giving you both sides of it, but if you want a few good pieces of equipment, is this worth it? Yes. You buy it once, you take care of it like your life depended on it, and it'll last you and last you. This is not ZMAC. This is the real deal. So, just saying. All right. Enough of that, Inspector. Yeah, let's rinse the face. All right, and see what we wind up with here. And it just, wow. Yeah, everything is working together. The soap, the razor, the blade, the brush. Okay. Synergy. Okay, when you get synergy, positive synergy, it just, it elevates your shave. Okay. And so we'll put some layers on the face. Mm-hmm. Ah, nice. And what am I feeling? Just a little bit tingling here and there. But as you can see, I don't see a weeper. I don't see anything else. No irritation whatsoever. It's a win. It's a win big time. And hopefully you guys know what that feeling is and get the same. All right. So I'm gonna put some of this stuff on because some of you guys say, well, you know, I know you're saying you put the aftershave on after you come out of the shower, but how is it? How is it? So get this plastic off of here. I shook this thing really well. Please do before every application. I'm just gonna put a little on my couple of drops. And oh my goodness. Is that good or is that good? If you guys like Fruit Loops, I'll tell you what. The KG's Bubble version is excellent too, Saturday morning, but kudos. Oh man. And it's just flooding, surrounding my head in the... Some of you guys saying, all right, Inspector, cut it out here. All right, guys, I can't help it. This is one of my pleasures that I get to experience and convey to you. And hopefully you'll get that same sort of feeling when you do this, when you do a shave. All right, guys, we went over everything here. Excellent. What a way for a Saturday morning to start, okay? What am I doing today? Well, tomorrow is supposed to be a better day, a little cooler, mid-70s. I'll take my wife out. We'll maybe hit the boardwalk. I'm 6 miles from the beach, Belmore, New Jersey. A little bit, maybe do a little brunch or whatever. Today, I'm going to clean up, shower up, head to the cigar shop for most of the afternoon. Whatever you guys are doing, I hope you have a great one. I'll be seeing you hopefully soon again. You know it's going to come at some point. Maybe a week, maybe less. But hey, enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your weekend. And we will see you soon. This has been the Inspector, David Fernicola. Have a great one, guys. Take care. Bye.